So let's get to our panel, who are raring to go, especially our first guest. I'm joined now by Young Turks correspondent and former Bernie Sanders national surrogate, Nomiki Konst. You've been rolling your eyes at everything I've been saying. We'll hear what you have to say in a second.
True story.
Also with me, Vice President of Public Policy at Yelp, Luther Lowe, and RedState.com senior contributor, Kira Davis. Nomiki's going to have to hang on for a second. I'm going to start with you, Kira. Sanctuary cities. Where do you stand on that?
Well, I'm with you. I mean, it is an abomination. I think this Steinle verdict is a combination of poor prosecutorial choices. I mean, they went for a charge that was probably, they didn't include enough charges. They probably shot further than they could reach. It's the same thing that happened in the Trayvon Martin case, actually. And then also just a combination of the culture of a sanctuary city. I mean, these are the jurors you're pulling from, and now this policy has been in existence for decades now. And so San Francisco natives are raised in this culture of we're a sanctuary city. So that was the jury pool that was there too. I mean, it's frightening and it's angering, and I think that the thing that bothers me the most about this is that what it says is that people who aren't citizens and who are here illegally, and not just that, who commit crimes here, have more protection from their government than the tax-paying American. And I think this is part of the reason why we're in the age of Trump. Americans feeling like they don't come first.
Yeah, that's
There's nothing wrong with wanting to feel like you come first in the country that you're born in and pay taxes into and participate in on a daily basis.
So, Nomiki, look, as Congressman Issa was saying there, I think there's an element to this that makes sense, which is that you don't want to keep people in the shadows and so on. But hasn't it gone so far where you've got criminals being let out onto the street? Surely we can agree about that.
It has gone far, but it's gone far in rhetoric. I mean, the truth is that this policy, number one, is protected under the 10th Amendment. So states and localities have every right to put forward policies like sanctuary cities. And you're right, it has been around for decades. And you know what the result is? The crime in San Francisco is the lowest ever, and I'll tell you why. Because you have undocumented people who are worried about their legal status. And that's something that Republicans and Democrats can agree on. Comprehensive immigration reform. They're so worried, though, that they're afraid to go to authorities because they're afraid ICE is going to round them up. So if there's a crime in their neighborhood, they're feeling uncomfortable. And that's why sanctuary cities exist. And that's why sanctuary cities work. They're able to report crimes, feel okay, not like they're going to be rounded up by ICE. And what happened here was a tragedy, but it was also an accident. And that's what the courts proved today. This is a racist policy. We're using it as rhetoric to distract from Donald Trump is frankly using it as rhetoric to distract from his catastrophe, his investigation.
Look,
right
can't you hang on a second, Kira? We haven't got long, and I want to get Luther in a second. But can't we agree that you can have the benefits that Nomiki's talking about there, which is that people feel comfortable in their communities without this extreme position of violent criminals being released?
I'm glad that Nomiki brought up sort of the broader implications for immigration policy, because I think coming from Silicon Valley, living in San Francisco, that is something that we're keeping an eye on. And I think, I think it would be unfortunate if, for example, this led to a distortion of the H-1B program, which, right now, if we have somebody from China or India who comes into the United States, gets their PhD in computer science, we're sending them back home. We're exporting all that intellectual capital. And so you have to look at the interplay. And I think that extends to DACA as well, where you have people who, by and large, are playing by the rules, contributing to society. And it doesn't make sense to not give those folks a pathway to citizenship.
Well, look, OK, we're going to have to wrap it up there, I'm afraid. But on that, I want to go back on the H-1B. We did it on Swamp Watch a few weeks ago. The truth is there's lots of good things about the idea of getting the best and the most talented people in the world here to help our economy, but it's being totally abused by big businesses like Disney to replace American workers with cheaper substitutes, and I think we'll all be against that.